I've been encountering people recently who describe themselves to me as feeling broken. And my first inclination is to reassure them that they're not broken, that they're whole and complete as they are. But that's also me coming from the place I am now, 8 years after the divorce. Because the truth of the matter is, you are broken. You've been broken open. Your spirit has been broken. Your hope has been broken. Your expectations broken. And your innocence broken. I can still remember how I felt in those first moments when my ex left, and in those days, weeks, and months afterwards, even years, to be honest. And I did feel broken. I remember thinking that the way I felt couldn't be normal. I remember thinking that there was no way that anybody was ever going to love me, to accept me the way that I was. That this baggage that I carried was simply too much, and that nobody would ever want it. And that's really what's underneath that sense of being broken, isn't it? That question of, am I worthy of love? Is anybody ever going to accept me again? So I have a challenge for you. I think a lot of times we kind of hold this mental image of maybe pottery, something that is rigid and fragile and brittle. And when we think of ourselves as broken, we think of ourselves as those shards of pottery lying upon the floor, and pieces way too small to ever mold back together into anything resembling its former shape. But what about, instead of you thinking of yourself as something rigid and brittle, what if you thought of yourself as something transmutable, something changeable, something like energy? And the beautiful thing about energy is we know it can neither be created nor destroyed. It simply changes from one form to the other. So maybe then you can think of the divorce, instead of breaking you or shattering you, it changed you. It puts you in a form different than the one you were before, but you're still made of the same stuff. It's still you, just looks a little bit different now. And now all you need to do is figure out what you're going to do with that new form. So in answer to that question, am I worthy of love? You are. You were worthy before. You're worthy now, and you're still going to be worthy next year. I know you feel broken, but you're not really broken. You've just been changed, altered, and that's okay.